I like nature because it really, damn it, this is the question like I struggled with last time. I work for the SCA, which stands for the Student Conservation Association, and it basically builds the next generation of conservation leaders. So it takes urban kids in urban cities out into the woods.
I have been working in college retreats for over 10 years, and I've been lucky to work in some places that, where I've been able to bring students to retreat centers that take advantage of the outdoors.
I've worked for camp for 15 years, so I've worked for day camps, short-term resident camps, and long-term resident camps throughout the country.
I am a community psychology graduate student here at Marymount, California University.
I feel like people don't go outside because they're really scared of the unknown, and they think like it's just like, I think it's like the Alaska tundra or something, like they think like a polar bear is just gonna come and eat them. But I feel like people don't want to go out, like they like the comfort of their own home.
They're just too connected is what it is, and that they feel like that's their safety net, but really that's really their ball and chain instead. They feel like they don't know how to do it, but it really becomes natural. Go find someone who's there, go as a group, learn together, be interdependent instead of so dependent.
I do think we spend a good amount of time outside, but what I don't think we're aware of nature when we're outside, if that makes sense. I think you know, encouraging people to be present to whatever they're doing outside, whether it's looking at the ocean or you know, seeing Catalina or watching the sunset, and that they're not so engaged with, you know, a piece of technology.
So if you think about it, as a nation, the United States, we're the only country in the world that doesn't have paid vacation. We're also one of the most overworked countries in the world. We work more hours than just about anybody else. So I think if you just look at it from that perspective, we are so busy, we don't have time to go outdoors. We're also a very, you know, stressed out country. You know, people are prescribing more and more medicine, whether for depression or for anxiety all the time. And I think one way we can really kind of cut back on that is just to make sure that Americans have more time to be outside.
When I did like one of my very first hikes, it was like through the sequoia forest, and I felt like everything, like you're like wrapped in Mother Nature.
What made me really love nature when I look back at it was when my mom, she eventually had a disability. So something that we used to do for me to kind of hang out with her was that she, like during the summer we had our own pool, so we would kind of hang out there a lot. And my mom really taught me how to swim. That was the moment when I kind of started to really fall in love with the outdoors. So her and I, we kind of did bond over that, over swimming. And that was something that really kind of started my love for at least being around the ocean and being around water a lot.
I love nature. I've always said if I hit the lottery, if I could get a cabin in the woods with Wi-Fi, I'd be happy. I'm a mountain person, though I live near the ocean. Definitely a mountains person. Might not look like I like to hike, but you know, from time to time, you know, I can take a hill. But I used to be a Boy Scout, so that's really instilled the nature loving in me.
When I was young, my family started spending time in Aptos near Santa Cruz, and we would go there once or twice a year as a family and play in the sand, and I quickly fell in love with the ocean, and I have great memories of playing in the sand, swimming in the surf, riding the waves, or just being on the edge of the waves. And actually I have great memories being, you know, 5, 6, 7 years old and strongly feeling the presence of God, the presence of the Spirit, however you want to describe that, in the power of the oceans and the power of the tides.
When they came to my school and talked about it, I felt like it was a really good opportunity for me to actually get out of my room and like actually do something with my life, and it really gave me like a broader understanding of what the outdoors is. I feel like it's really important to have like programs like this because it really helps kids get out there and like do something with themselves, especially when they go on like programs where they help rebuild trails or like they help clean up trails. I feel like they've really like impacted the environment they're in. All their hard work will be there forever. So like they come back and be like, well, I made this, or, like I built that trail, or like I built that bridge, I built those stairs. It's really like a big sense of accomplishment for them, and it gives them a lot of pride to like be able to say something that is theirs.
The mission statement was to get kids in touch with nature. Like I said, they're coming from Manhattan. That's the biggest, city in the U.S. So it's sort of a concrete jungle out into the wilderness. Even though they're stayed in their same state, they were just upstate New York. It was really only 3 hours from their house. Camp in general makes you sort of detach. There is no cell phone service. There's no Wi-Fi.
I think the importance between spirituality and nature in many ways cannot be measured. There's something about being in a place of natural beauty that, again, helps us reconnect to our spirit.
I think it's really important for people to just get out and get lost, because so often we're stuck in our own routines and we're stuck in our own, kind of lifestyle and mindset. It can really prohibit us. I think sometimes the best thing to do to really discover about who we are and to really test ourselves is to go out and just have that adventure.
It's a really like calming place for someone to go to and to really like clear their head, and just because like nature is cool, man. Science.
Just disconnect. It's not checking email or checking your text message or worrying about posting pictures. Not even don't worry about taking pictures. Just live in the moment and remember the moment, and it helps you with your communication later, because you don't have the pictures to show people. You have to tell them instead what you saw, what you felt.
If we are ever fully disconnected from nature and the outdoors, we're not fully human. We're not fully expressing kind of how God created us.
I always liked being around the water, and I think for me, the reason why is it is kind of this calming thing. Whenever I look at the water, I just sort of feel this kind of peacefulness, and I stay grounded. I think I realize what is real in life and what isn't real. It
sort of calms everything down. It seems like it really goes slow. I like to wake up early, with the sun. Wake up with the sun. It feels like your days are packed full of stuff, and then you realize it's 10 o'clock in the morning only.
I like being outdoors because it really it's literally like a breath of fresh air, and being able to see, like, oh God, how do I not sound hippie?
And in one word, nature is...
Does it have to be one word?
One word describe.
Nature is liberating.
Nature is self-discovery.
Nature is addicting.
Nature is who we are.
Cut. One more.